If you want to make sure your bird comes out nice and juicy in the oven, stay tuned. Hey, it's Athena at Gluten Freeology, where I make gluten-free versions of your favorite comfort foods and some healthy stuff too. No matter where you buy your bird, there is usually always instructions on how long to cook it on the outside of the packet, so make sure you do not throw that away. I really love the taste of potatoes cooked in chicken fat. That's why I'm cubing up some potatoes that will go underneath the chicken, and of course onions and garlic as well to help add to the flavor. Since it's the holiday season, Aldi had this on the shelf, so I figured I'd grab it and give it a try. But the instructions said to add water, and I decided not to follow that. I put chicken stock instead. Whenever I'm cooking a large piece of meat, I like to use a pre-made spice mix and then add to it. So this has thyme, sage, and bay leaf in it, but I'm also going to come in and add rosemary, onion and garlic powder, paprika, and a healthy pinch of salt and pepper. Now, some people only cook chicken and turkey with a dry rub, but butter and oil are the key to making sure your bird stays juicy throughout the cooking process. Now, once you clean your bird, you want to be sure to pat it dry as best as you can. When it comes to cooking your bird, most of the instructions will say to cook it over a wire rack, but what I am doing is layering the potatoes, onions, and garlic at the bottom of a baking dish, and then I'm going to coat with the leftover spices and add the chicken on top. And to me, since it's not the holidays, unless you're eating a bird stuffed with stuffing, I coated the inside with some of the butter and herb mix, and I was able to get almost all of the box of stuffing mix inside of the bird. So once you're done with that, you want to take your finger and gently, carefully loosen the skin so that you don't tear it. And you want to go and start adding the butter, oil, and herb mix to the inside of the chicken skin and of course on the outside. Stuffing the chicken and making sure that the bird was thoroughly covered was probably one of the more tedious parts. I decided to tie the legs together. As you can see, this was trial and error, but once I figured it out, I was able to connect the legs together, pull the strings tight, and then cut off the excess. I got some of the herb mix rubbed off in the tying process, so I just went back and added more so that everything could be fully covered like this. Then you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and bake it for 25 minutes per pound. This was a 3.44 pound bird. I basted it throughout the cooking process, but I wanted it to get a little bit browner than this, so I ended up broiling it on low heat, watching it the entire time for about 4 minutes. And once that was done, once I was satisfied with the color, it came out looking like this. These are the moments that I do a little dance around the kitchen This is such a beautiful bird, and not only is it beautiful, it's nice and juicy, but don't take my word for it. Look at the juice in that chicken without even having to squeeze it. You can see it's perfectly seasoned, nice and juicy, and the potatoes were excellent. The stuffing, not so much. Thanks for watching.